Good afternoon and welcome to Good Morning 30A. I'm Red Bizard.
I'm Julie Brown.
And we're here with Brad O'Brien from Andrews and
Orange.
That was it.
You know, the main thing I want to talk about today is a lot of folks are concerned where we're at in real estate and, you know, what's Walton County doing. And, you know, like many places, Walton County's different from other places. Walton County has many building codes and restrictions. We know that, but you know, Jason, who is with Walton County Planning, did tell me that they are open for business. They've been very busy.
Good.
It seems like I've seen a lot of building going on all of a sudden up and down 30A, which is great to see.
A couple of huge buildings, it seems like. They're not too tall, because I know there's a very specific height requirement, right? But some of them just look enormous.
Well, you know, the larger developments are coming, and this is something that we're going to have to get used to, is that, you know, we've got a lot going on around here. Just in the years that my wife and I, Frith, have lived here, we've seen 98 go from 2 lanes to 4 lanes.
To divided highway.
To divided highway. To, you know, 331, the expansion there. My goodness, a grocery store within driving distance. Thank you, Publix, for both of them. And, you know, bottom line is that we've got a lot of new things that are going on. My goodness, now we have Okaloosa Walton College out off of 331 by the courthouse annex.
Is there a college there?
Yeah, well, it's a...
I had no idea.
Yes, it's an extension, it's a campus. It used to be Okaloosa College, now it's Okaloosa Walton College. They are actually, you can sign up for classes now.
It's great.
We've got a new Walmart that's being built on Highway 98 with the Walgreens. Let's see what else.
Great.
And obviously the airport's going to be a huge thing, I would think.
Opening in the end of April.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge thing.
You know, prime example is last year I met a couple from Germany.
Wow.
And at McTie's in Blue Mountain Beach there. And hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
And they actually received an email one day. Obviously, we're doing a lot more in email these days. I had to get used to that.
Almost can't communicate without it, actually.
No, it was a hard lesson I had to learn because I like picking up the phone and talking to folks. I miss that personal time.
Well, it's funny because my husband and I always say you can interpret an email in so many different ways. You know what I mean?
Or a text message, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
When there's no reflection on a word, that's correct. But I've learned to deal with that, and I received an email that said, "Hello from Germany."
Wow.
Of course, I thought it was for cheap meds or something. I was going to get rid of it.
You trying to sell you little blue pills or what, Brad? Come on.
I know the wife's watching. But turns out it was this young couple I'd met at McTie's a year ago. They're from Germany. Turns out she's the personal assistant to one of the largest scientific companies in Germany. And they're flying in the first week that the airport is open.
Are they really?
Which opens, I think it's April 28th, end of April.
You have it written there somewhere.
Yeah, I do actually in this long list of things.
And that makes it so much easier, obviously, for people to come in and out as they want to look for property or make contacts with you rather than, oh, geez, you know, we got a long drive and this and that. That's going to make a huge difference, I would think, for you.
You know, and that's true. The airport is not only a tremendous thing to the area, but also, you know, the highway expansions. I mean, who did not drive through Freeport during 4th of July before they put in the bypass? Wife and I were heading to our farm up north, and we actually spent more time in Freeport than we did on the highway to Montgomery.
Getting through.
You know, things are getting better. They're getting better every day.
We used to choose 79, I think, come in that way instead. So.
How long have you been in real estate, Brad?
I actually took my first real estate course in 1980. I'm dating myself.
When you were 5? 7.
Yes, you had to be 8 to get the course.
That's what I knew. It was some restriction there.
No, I actually graduated high school in 1980 and immediately went into college and took real estate as part of one of my electives. And actually, I ended up in computers for a while with Apple Computers, and really got back active into real estate after my wife and I moved here about 14 years ago. And I really I started looking around. Now I'm kind of a rare breed. I come from the hills, so the beach is beautiful.
The hills?
You know, actually.
The hills of?
Northern Kentucky, southern Illinois. Yes, it's, and
don't they call them hollers up there?
Well, holler. And
exactly.
you know, I'm here for the weather and the people. The beach is beautiful, but
so you enjoy the folks and everything else that the area has to offer.
Very, very much so. You know, I've got to tell you, that's probably been the best part of it.
Oh, there's no better place in the world to live, I don't think. I really don't. The people are fantastic.
I've got a saying that I think that one of the reasons this area is really such a fun place to live is because 99.8% of the people that live here want to live here.
Yeah.
Not because they have to.
They have to. That is
right.
True. You are here for a
and that
reason.
makes a big difference.
Right.
That makes a big difference.
That's right.
So now this company that you're with now.
Andrews and Arnstorff
Realty. Yes.
And your offices are located?
We actually have multiple offices. Andrews and Arnstorff they compiled multiple companies, local companies, and this is something that we've seen start to happen, and probably will continue to happen. Is that there are some really good local companies here that are, you know, the folks that live, work, and worship right here on 30A, right here in South Walton County. Folks that want to be a part of this community, that know not only where that dirt came from, but how that dirt came to be. When I started in real estate, I was lucky enough to work for a tremendous company, 30A Realty Incorporated, which is down in Seagrove. Wonderful company. Alice Forrester, Mickey Whitaker. They were in real estate in '84. They opened their own company in '95. That's really where I cut my teeth with true professionals and learned to get in the swing of things on 30A. And then I progressed, and now I'm with Andrews and Arnstorff, which promises to be one of the finest full-service agencies available to folks here in South Walton County.
That's fantastic. You sound very passionate about being with them, too, which is...
You know, we're talking about two owners, brokers, Gus Andrews and Ed Arnstorff, that are steep in history in this area. Gus Andrews, great ties here to the Santa Rosa Beach Club. You know, Gus, if I get this wrong, I'm sorry, you can correct me, but I believe that one of his relatives, a great-grandfather or something, actually donated this house, which is now the Santa Rosa Beach Club.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you.
Boy, if I get... I may get cards and letters.
I know.
I may get cards and letters.
No, that's not what happened, blah, blah.
And Ed Arnstorff, of course.
That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks is the history.
I just want it to be right, you know. It's,
no doubt.
But and Ed Arnstorff, just really one of the finest men I've affiliated myself with, one of the greatest professionals I've dealt with. And that's something I've learned throughout 30A in South Walton County, is that all of the realtors, all of the folks that do this full-time are just some of the finest people I've ever met. Very honest, will not lead you astray.
And it sure helps to love your job that much and enjoy what you're doing that much. It makes it much easier every day to go into work and to do what you do.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a job.
No, well, that is true. That is true.
You could ask the wife. It's a lifestyle.
Correct, Fred, right?
Yeah, but
you got that one right, Fred?
I'm in at the crack of noon every day, and I'm out in the evenings meeting people, and you know, if I spent 8 hours a day in the office, I wouldn't be able to meet people. I wouldn't be able to get out.
What you do is something that the more you're out and about, and the more you're, you know, at places, you're going to always meet somebody that needs, either know somebody that needs property or something. It's always a great contact, a great way to network, most definitely.
That's right.
Well, you look like you have a little listing you want to throw out there, so throw it out there.
Well, you know,
come on, get it on.
You know, I hate to jump in there with that.
Jump in with it. But
you know, I am proud of the listings that I have, that our company has. That really, I'm proud of the property available in South Walton County. We have a lot to choose from golf front condominiums. If you don't want to cut the yard, you don't want to have to take care of the pool, we've got golf front condominiums with everything from sunken living rooms to never-ending views.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
It's a horrible way to live. To attached single family, that's multifamily, and then there's attached single family, which is townhomes, where you actually own the land that home sits on. That's a wonderful way. We have townhomes. We have single family homes like 500 Amelia Lane over in Bay Magnolia. Now that's in the Bay Area, where the dolphins go to have their babies.
Now there's is a selling point. Go see dolphins have babies.
There's nothing like being out there on your boat or jet ski and just sitting and being quiet. All of a sudden you see this miniature little dog.
Jet ski quiet.
I know it's an oxymoron.
Jet ski.
But,
okay.
Yeah, but I actually I like powered canoes. But you just sit still and all of a sudden a little baby dolphin, little miniature.
I never realized that, but that's what.
Yeah,
they go into.
They actually go into the bay because they feel safer there. It's shallower waters.
No wonder so many people buy out that direction.
Oh, it's great. And
everybody that lives there says it's absolutely beautiful.
But shh, don't tell everybody.
No.
I got to tell you, man, I'm going to tell you, it is. Yeah. It must be a secret because
we
you've hardly seen it.
We don't want it to be too much of a secret, but we also want to keep part of what is so beautiful and wonderful about living here.
That's right.
You know, we don't want, and I don't mean to sound elitist. I don't mean that in any way. I just mean the quality of life that we have is partly because we do have the reserves or the preserves, that direction in the state parks and that sort of thing. So we want that nature. We want to still be able to see the baby dolphins when they come.
Well, I think a lot of people think you live down here, you have to live by the beach, you have to live right here. When there are so many other options.
So much beautiful water all around
the bay and everywhere else. There's other options.
There are multiple levels that you can be a part of.
If you want to get here, you can get here. It's just a matter of where.
Brad, we want to thank you so much for coming out today. We're going to put your phone number and your website up. The website is aafrealty.com and FLC.
No worries, we'll get it to you.
We'll get it on there for you, and thanks for coming out and joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you, 38 TV. Good morning, 38 TV. And y'all have been a wonderful part of the community, and I must say, we're glad to have you.
Well, thanks for that. We're having a good time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today on Good Morning 38. Thank you, Santa Rosa Golf and Beach Club, which we are broadcasting from, and we're having a great time as usual. And thanks. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Toodaloo.